happens tonight? We will soon find out when the first bell tolls for once and for all Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales.
It's the first round scheduled for 12 for the world super featherweight title held by Eric Morales in the black trunks. Marco Antonio Barrera in his usual blue trunks.
Work out.
Almost amused was Morales when he caught Barrera holding him by his head. As you mentioned, Morales goes into the ring at 143 pounds tonight. Barrera's giving up about 12 pounds. The crowd is electric here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
As they should be. These two Mexican gladiators came to give it their all. The big equalizer or the big advantage could be the difference in weight. Marco Antonio Barrera decidedly the underdog, even on the bets. So we will see what he does. The heart that Marco Antonio Barrera has shown to even take this fight at 130 pounds tells you about the rivalry between Barrera and Morales.
Marco Antonio Barrera suffered a horrible defeat a couple of years ago in San Antonio to the power puncher Manny Pacquiao. He was blown out. Then he went out in 2004 earlier this year in Carson, California at the Home Depot Center and blew out Paulie Ayala. So you never know what he's got in the tank, but this matchup is one for the ages. First time around, Morales gets the victory. Second time, Barrera. So here we are again to decide it.
Once and for all, and the one thing you can say is Eric Morales showed a stiff jab a few seconds ago against Marco Antonio Barrera. Barrera obviously trying to work the body, trying to get inside, not allowing Morales to extend those long, powerful arms.
Good right hand from Marco Antonio Barrera. Another left hand from Barrera.
Beautiful leg hook by Barrera.
This is him he wants. This is the kind of fight Barrera wants. Morales drops his gloves. Says, bring it on. Let's see what Morales does from long range.
Marco Antonio Barrera letting Eric Morales know he's not going to be bullied tonight. That's dangerous.
Do not get up and go to the bathroom, folks. You're going to miss something, I'm sure. There'll be no pause in the action.
Eric Terrible Morales got a taste of what Marco Antonio Barrera has behind those controversial winning gloves. And it seems like it took the punches pretty well. The first test for Barrera will soon be coming, I imagine.
Combinations from Marco Antonio Barrera. Counter punches from Eric Morales. What a first round it's been, and it's only going to get worse or better.
Depending on who's taking the punches and who you are, it's a spectacular fight. It's a great setting for this third and final chapter of Barrera Morales. Barrera, you just saw the key to the fight.
Remember, the trainer for Eric is his father, Jose, who keeps a very low profile and does a very good job managing his son, and he has from day one. Born in a boxing gym, in a room over a boxing gym in Tijuana, in the worst part of Tijuana.
La Zona Norte, he was born to be a fighter, and that's exactly what he became. Not just any fighter, a three-time world champion in three weight divisions, one of the best that Mexico has ever seen. Tonight, he meets a man of whom we can say the same thing. One of the best Mexico has ever seen, Marco Antonio Barrera.
Round two, scheduled for 12. The champion, Eric Morales, in the black trunks. The crowd is beside itself.
They came to see a war. They came to see a battle. They did not come to see a tactical fight. They gave it to him the first round, and now they expect that for 12.
They got it one time before, the fight of the year, 2000. Here we are 4 years later.
Beautiful leg hook by Barrera, the same by Morales. Barrera's forced to clinch him.
Work out, work out.
Kenny Bayless gonna have his hands full.
I think Barrera felt the power of Eric Morales.
Good jab from Morales. That's when he's at his best, setting things up off the jab.
Works it downstairs, works it upstairs. Very solid tactical fight that Eric Morales is fighting in the second round. Doesn't want to give it away like he did the first.
Remember, Morales is always a slow starter. picks it up as he goes along. Same thing against Jesus Chavez. He started out slow in that one. But Morales knocked Chavez down twice in the second round. That was in Vegas in November. Of February of this year.
There we saw Kenny Bayless warning Marco Antonio Barrera about using that elbow. And he connected with the hook. Eric making a miss in close quarters. They're both just teeing off on each other. Again, the solid jab of Eric Morales. Upstairs, downstairs.
Got to be careful about the clash of heads the way they're moving in. We don't want to see that.
Ooh, beautiful combination.
Good combination for Barrera. Barrera, another combination. Back comes Morales.
The people are on their feet here at the MGM Grand Garden in Las Vegas. It's barely the second round, the end of it. And this is an all-out battle now between Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric El Terrible Morales. Nice right hook.
Good right hand for Morales. Digging into the body is Barrera. Back over the top came Morales. A punch missing at the end.
Get that towel.
People getting their money's worth tonight.
Boy, that's a quick first two rounds. Here we go to round three. This has been everything they said it would be. Dead even fight. Two great champions. There couldn't be more riding on this in the country of Mexico. It's city versus country. It's big time versus small town.
There's so many other intangibles that they bring into this fight. The courage, the tradition, the heart of two champions.
Barrera going to the body. Morales took that jab out there, then goes to a little uppercut. Marco Antonio Barrera will come back with
a beautiful left hook.
fury. Good right hand for Barrera. I don't think Barrera's having any trouble with the weight.
I think he's probably surprising Eric Morales with the power of his punches, but Eric Morales taking him well and coming back with something of his own. Morales is bleeding from the nose. Marco Antonio Barrera was telling his corner, I think I got him in the nose.
Well, it's a big nose.
Yeah? That's probably the one defect that you can instantly tell about Eric El Terrible Morales. That's the last thing you want as a boxer, a protruding nose. Little rabbit shot by Eric El Terrible Morales. Marco Antonio Barrera not backing down in the least.
No, it's supposed to be the weight advantage, supposed to work for Eric to press forward. Great combination inside from Barrera.
Step back.
Barrera's winning this round.
There we go.
Just taking it to him.
But it's going to be back and forth, folks, just back and forth like waves.
One of them's going to come crashing thunderously in on the post, though, because these guys did not come in here to leave the fight in the hands of the judges. I think neither one of them wants to go 12 rounds. Barrera's proven it by going out early, being aggressive, landing those big punches, and Morales is doing the same as a counterpuncher.
Work out.
Kenny Bayless letting them fight through close quarters. And watch out for the clash of heads.
Stop. Watch your heads, fellas. Watch your heads.
That's the one thing that could mar a beautiful fight is a cut.
A little welt under Barrera's right eye. That's due exclusively to the jab of Eric El Terrible Morales, who's getting a little bit more productive at the end of this third round. Good shoulder and head movement by Marco Antonio Barrera to avoid the brunt of Eric's punches.
Oh boy, Eric just dodged a bullet there. He was out of position, his head was forward, and Barrera didn't catch it. Into round three.
It's only 3 rounds, but it's a long ways to go.
Round 4 from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Malo Massengill for Bernardo Osuna alongside. And we're witnessing a great fight so far through 3 rounds. Anybody's fight, and it's going to be that way until somebody gets an advantage and maybe the other one makes a mistake. But these guys, the 2 fights I've seen them, there's not many mistakes to be had.
And there's not many advantages to be had. The one thing is the weight. It hasn't become a factor thus far. Like I said, there's still 9 rounds to go. The night is long, but so far, just picking off Morales' punches with the jab is Marco Antonio Barrera.
Jose's father wanted him to work behind the jab, don't get into a brawl, do what he does best. But it's kind of hard to avoid one with Barrera when he comes rushing in, throwing punches.
Excellent movement by Marco Antonio Barrera to avoid the jab and the right cross that Eric El Terrible Morales was throwing in there. Excellent combination by Barrera. The right cross first, and then the uppercut.
Right hand from Morales on the ropes. Kenny Bayless stepping in. Good job by Barrera to get out of that spot and tie him up.
That's what he has to do. He can't allow the champion to use the longer reach advantage and the power that he has in this 130 weight class to out-punch him. He's got to outmaneuver him. Marco Antonio Barrera's got to keep moving. He can't be still. Eric picking off some good punches from Marco Antonio Barrera's arsenal. Ooh.
Stop, step back clean. There you go.
Good punches inside from Morales. Barrera covering up.
Your head. Like a face up. Watch your head.
1 minute left in this fourth round. Furious
Morales
pace
is
of the
along
fight.
the ropes.
Stop, step back clean.
Barrera would like for him to stay right there.
Trying to pick at that body with the jab is Eric El Terrible Morales. Missing wildly. Looks a little slow tonight. Nice double left hook by Marco Antonio Barrera. Eric Morales coming back with a barrage of his own.
Don't hold it.
Final 20 seconds of round 4. This round's been more of Eric Morales' style, like his father told him in the corner. Fight your fight.
What a great end to the fourth round. Oscar De La Hoya.
And Bob's lovely wife, Lovey, between the two.
What a great buffer, huh?
Absolutely.
Between De La Hoya and Barrera. Partners for tonight and no longer thereafter.
That's for sure. Round 5, scheduled for 12. Morales doing what his father wanted him to do, stay outside and work the jab. Use your reach advantage.
There we go.
But Barrera won't be tolerant of that very long.
Barrera's trying to close the distance, not allowing Eric to extend those long arms of his. Eric was breathing profusely in between the fourth and fifth round, that 1 minute in the corner. Conditioning not a factor for Marco Antonio Barrera, who looks in great shape.
He carries his weight very well. He might want to consider staying up here for a while. Working off the jab, body punch from Morales, and in comes Barrera.
Barrera's looking great with that left hand.
For Barrera. Great job.
And it all comes to fruition because he's so effective going to the body.
Good left hand from Barrera. Barrera looks very, very strong. Both fighters are strong, but Barrera looks really strong.
Barrera's looking great. Eric Morales just hasn't found the right rhythm, it seems. He does something right, and then he moves away from it. Marco's doing the same thing. He's being effective, going to the body, working off of the body shots.
Eric's right hand is what will do the damage.
But every time he throws it, he knows that Barrera's left hand is coming, so that's what's keeping Eric honest thus far in the fight.
Round 5 scheduled for 12. The World Super Featherweight title on the line.
Eric Morales is looking for the opening to connect that powerful right hand of his.
Watch your heads, fellas.
I got the feeling so far this fight in the early rounds is ebbing the way the last fight went, which was won by Barrera.
Morales isn't dictating the fight, which can't be going in his favor. Nice combination by Marco.
Morales is caught in the corner. Barrera's corner wants him to keep going.
And why not? He's being extremely effective with the left hook and the right uppercut. Little frustration in the corner of Eric El Terrible Morales because he's fighting Marco Antonio Barrera's fight.
Round 6. A lot of confidence in the Barrera corner. Some confusion in the Morales corner.
Peppering him with the jab. Marco Antonio Barrera being elusive, and
Morales has got to get Barrera going backwards like that. He cannot fight going backwards. That's what he wants right there.
Stop, get back on him.
exactly what he's doing, and that's what the corner asked him to do.
He listens to his dad. He's got to keep moving forward. And at the meantime, Barrera wants to keep the lateral movement. But Eric's got to use his reach, and he's got to keep him moving backwards. Round 6. A lot of respect for one another in terms of boxing ability, if not personally, inside that ring.
Beautiful left hook by Marco Antonio Barrera. Just waited for Eric to throw that left and went right up the pike.
Pretty good jab from Barrera, too. Double, triple jab. Just banging away with the jab. Good right hand from Barrera. Now Morales coming back.
Great combinations by Marco Antonio Barrera. Excellent uppercut now by the Mexico City native. Not backing down in the least.
Work out, hard stop.
Maybe not the fight anyone expected out of Marco Antonio Barrera.
Well, he looks good. Can't believe it's the same fighter that Manny Pacquiao blew out of the ring.
Nice left after the
left
right.
hand from Barrera. Morales covering up.
Morales is hurt,
Morales is definitely hurt.
but he's dangerous.
Now he's coming back. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be like this throughout.
A great round for Marco Antonio Barrera. He can't let it get away. He's got to keep pressuring. Eric, beautiful right hand after the jab.
Eric Morales missing. Barrera's been more accurate.
And the important thing about Marco is that he's varying his attacking styles. He's working to the body very well, but then he starts to use a jab, follows it up with a right cross, just using all the elements of his offensive against Eric Morales.
Hold it, stop. Up.
Looks like a low blow there with the left hand. Kenny Bayless calls him on it.
Barrera continuing to press the attack. Morales could be in a little bit of trouble. Into the round. Barrera's round.
He just doesn't seem to have a rhythm, doesn't seem to feel comfortable in the ring tonight.
I think his nose might be bothering him, but he's used to that. Round 7.
We're more than halfway through this fight, and it's been spectacular thus far. It's for the World 130-pound Championship, but really, I think that doesn't mean anything to these two.
Well, Morales is in a position now as a champion. He's got to come back in this fight. Now, I don't know what that means in terms of either he gives in to the pressure to get into a war, because what he's been trying to do is not working.
And that's the whole point of it. His corners tell him, don't get into a brawl, but not brawling up to this point and have him down 2 points.
Round 7. The crowd is absolutely electric tonight here in Las Vegas.
And how could they not be with the great demonstration that Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera especially are giving us tonight. Great right hands by Eric Morales.
Hand him up.
Barrera seems unfazed so far.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that he went after Eric in the beginning part of the round, where
good right hand from Morales, countered by Barrera.
Eric Morales has a mouse under his right eye now. That's because of the great left hands that Marco Barrera has been scoring.
We're in the 7th round. Action-packed all the way through. A little bit better round for Morales this time. But Barrera's able to counter most anything he throws up there. Barrera stepping out of the way. That's Morales' advantage. We get Barrera going backwards.
Marco going forward is a very difficult fighter to manage. That's what Manny Pacquiao did. He got him going backwards and then he didn't know what to do. But tonight's a whole different story. It's Marco putting Eric on the heels of his toes.
That left jab from Barrera has been a better jab of the two. Morales is supposed to have the reach and the jab advantage, but it's been Barrera quicker to the punch.
And even when he's jabbing and he tries to throw the left hook, he's just not at the right distance. Nice right there, though, by Eric Morales.
Morales steps out of harm's way, circling. Good right hand from Morales.
Acknowledged by Marco Antonio Barrera. 10 seconds left in the 7th round. Trying to finish strong.
Now, Morales looks better in his final seconds than he's looked all night. That's Morales right there. That's the movement, and that's the power, and that's what he's got to do.
Leg movement of Eric Morales, which makes him most effective.
Let's go, let's go.
He looked more confident at the end of that round than he had all night. He finally found his rhythm that you were talking about, Bernardo. That was the Morales that we know.
Took him several rounds to do it.
We'll see if he can continue into the 8th round what he was doing. I mean, part of the reason, of course, is what he's up against, which is one of the great fighters of our time, Marco Antonio Barrera. But Morales needs that rhythm. He needs that type of jab and movement and be able to land his punches from range. He's looked awkward when he hasn't been hitting the range, and using what he has is that real strong right hand from distance.
Beautiful
right hand. There's the right hand. Barrera is stunned.
Barrera definitely felt that double combination by Eric Morales. He punctuated it with the left hook. And now I think the confidence level is up for Eric Morales. This is going to be a very difficult round for Marco Antonio Barrera because Eric is feeling it at this point of the fight. He knows he's got to come back, and that's exactly what he's doing, proving to have the heart of a champion.
Barrera took it, and he's a very dangerous fighter. Morales, when he's at range, he just unloaded that right hand.
And this is the range that he wants to be at. This is his distance. Utilizing that jab to set up the lethal right hand, which has finished so many of his opponents. 34 and 47 victories have finished by knockout, and that right hand is crucial to his fight plan.
Barrera charging back, fighting on the inside. Morales lunging forward to the body. Barrera countering. Right hand over the top, both landing at the same time. Morales has come on in the last 2 rounds, toward the end of the 7th and the 8th. A big confidence builder toward the end of the 7th when he started finding his range and finding his comfort zone.
And now you can even see it in his eyes. You can see the look in his face where he thinks he has found the key to beating Marco Antonio Barrera.
Morales stepping in and throwing. Barrera going to the body. Kenny Bayless warning him twice this round to keep him up.
Excellent combinations downstairs by Eric Morales. Now the right by Marco Antonio Barrera to the face.
That's the 3rd time Bayless has warned him.
The crowd getting a little restless here at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Barrera being patient. But Eric's not making the same mistakes that he was making during the first 7 rounds of the fight.
Boy, these rounds fly by when there's this much action going on.
We've gone through 8 rounds of action here, and it's been power-packed.
Bernardo Osuna hasn't dead even
76-76. These last 2 rounds really has been Eric's fight. Now Marco has to look for a way to disrupt it because the 2 rounds prior had been all Barrera.
9th round of a fight for all time, a fight for the ages to determine who's the better of these two. The entire country wants to know.
Stop! Step back! Step back!
Morales seems to have come into his own the last 2 rounds, doing what he does best after looking rather awkward through the first 6.
They give me the feeling that you could do this 10 times and you'd have 5 and 5.
Could be. Crowd really getting into it.
50-50, half of it for Morales, half of it for Barrera. All of it for this great boxing match that these 2 gladiators are giving us.
9th round, scheduled for 12. Been an awesome fight. It's the kind of fights we wish we could see every time we put one up there. Every championship fight should be like this one.
Every rivalry should be this way.
Pounding away Barrera. Morales needs to get off the ropes. Now it's Barrera's type fight.
Barrera needs to keep pressuring him. He can't let Eric get comfortable. He's already been comfortable for 2 rounds. He's got to do something to disrupt the rhythm. That's exactly what he's trying to do in this 9th round.
Barrera's expression never changes. Good jab from Morales. Rabbit punches from Barrera.
Okay?
Now a warning from Kenny Bayless.
Here, touch him up. Come on.
They don't want to touch him up.
They don't want to touch him up. They don't like one another.
The only touching with the gloves they want to do is to each other's face.
A little swelling under the right eye of Morales.
Ooh, beautiful
Good right hand from Barrera. Barrera really feeling it now.
It started with the body shot.
Good uppercut from Morales.
Left hook bounces Morales off of the ropes. 40 seconds left in this 9th round. The ebb and the flow. Now it's tilting towards Marco Antonio Barrera. The way it's gonna keep going.
Each time one of these great fighters throws a punch, there's a price to pay. But neither one backing down. Kenny needs to get in there. Final seconds of round 9, Ben Barrera's round.
Hold on, step back, clean, fellas.
Way to punctuate the round.
Right after the bell.
This is cool because 1 point in this fight
can make all the difference.
It will be the difference.
10th round. And you know, there's so much animosity, it can't help but spill out. I mean, you can talk about being a cool, collected fighter, but when you despise the person across from you, you want to whip his butt so bad, your emotions get out of the way. And Morales is one of the best at containing his emotions, but not against Barrera.
It all gets thrown out the window when these 2 warriors get into the ring. There's so much pride, there's so much animosity, there's genuine dislike. They want to take each other out. There's no other way to say it.
That's where Eric needs to be, from range right there.
Marco protecting his body very well.
Done a great job.
Hands up.
At times, it seems like Barrera has a reach advantage because he's been landing that jab so effectively.
It's all about the aggressiveness of Marco Antonio Barrera. That nullifies the reach and speed advantage of Eric Morales. Beautiful combination.
It's black and it's swollen under the right eye of Eric Morales. We're in the 10th round, scheduled for 12.
Wouldn't be a Morales fight if you didn't see him that way, right?
Well, he always looks fairly ugly when he comes out, yes. Barrera's had the same countenance on his face all night. Calm, collected, and he springs like a cobra when given the opportunity.
He's very concentrated. He knows what he has to do. He knows what mistakes he has to avoid in order to not be hit by Eric Morales, and he's executing his fight plan very well. thus far through 10 rounds.
That right hand got in there very effectively. Morales doesn't need to be standing on the ropes.
Stop.
Eric Morales said, there's no reason this fight should be made because I've been going up. I've been taking care of business. He's been losing. He hasn't been looking so well. Well, tonight, he's looking great.
Barrera's never been better.
How many times have we said that about him?
He's been as good. Oh, I haven't seen one bit of an indication that Barrera has lost anything.
Oscar De La Hoya keeps saying Marco Antonio Barrera is the best fighter that I've ever seen. And you know what? At times, he can be that.
Well, that's another quick round. Final seconds, round 10. I think we're going to see something special these final 2 rounds, Bernardo.
These will be the championship rounds, and we're seeing something special at the end of the 10th. Once out of Marco Antonio Barrera. Concerned, to say the least, in the red corner of Eric El Terrible Morales, but these are the championship rounds that you're watching from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Morales Barrera once and for all. And Barrera comes out just like he has for the past 10 rounds.
Morales may need these last 2 rounds to retain his belt. Good combinations on the inside. They want him to work the body. Good right hand from Barrera. Kenny Bayless was just getting ready to step in, but that's dangerous territory waiting there.
Eric just barely grazed Marco, caught him off balance. It was a good exchange there. Marco needs to keep being aggressive. He can't get careless, though, against Eric Morales, and you can't let him get into a rhythm because he knows how to close the show. He's got a lot of pride, he's got a lot of heart, and he's nailing with the left hook.
Left hook, uppercut, a jab. 11th round, it's go time, folks. Oh, good punches from Morales. Barrera's wide open. Good uppercut from Morales. Now Barrera fights back.
The people on their feet. The crowd is electric at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, and how could they not be?
Morales got the better of that exchange. But right at the end, a little flurry from from Barrera.
Beautiful left hook. Now the right hook by Eric Morales.
Morales is letting it go now. 11th round, Morales feels like he's got to win both rounds.
Step back, fellas. There we go.
Kenny Bayless stepping into dangerous territory.
That's like stepping in between 2 lines at a feeding frenzy.
That was a low blow from,
Watch your head.
he didn't see it. Looked like a low blow from Barrera.
Beautiful
Good right
combination.
hand. Uppercut from Barrera. Back comes Morales. Good defense from Barrera. Long way to go. 11th round.
It's going to be the longest 3 minutes and 50 seconds of Marco Antonio Barrera's career because Eric's going to bring it on.
Well, he's bringing it back. Good movement from Morales. Barrera having trouble handling the movement.
Eric got to him in this 11th round.
He got to him, but Eric's been taking a lot of body punches. Of course, these guys are in such great shape that that's hard for that to take any effect. 20 seconds left, round 11. What a great round of boxing. Uppercuts from Barrera.
Ooh.
Good left hand from Barrera. That hurt Morales. Right hand from Barrera. Back comes Morales. Final seconds, round 11. It's an all-out. Whoever wins this round may win the fight. Here we go.
And Marco's coming out to win it, but so is Eric.
Good combination from Eric Morales. Kenny Bayless having trouble keeping control.
And what a way to keep his balance.
How did he stay up? Uppercut from Barrera. One of the most thrilling rounds of boxing, the last 2 you'll ever see.
And that would have been the difference maker. Right there. Marco Antonio Barrera miraculously staying on his feet.
How did he stay on his feet? I'll never know. It's like he was dancing across ice.
And while he was dancing, Eric hit him once more. So it was an impressive display by Marco Antonio Barrera. Eric Morales.
2 minutes left in this fight. 2 minutes left. Both fighters looking a little winded now, but you can rest assured they're going to go right back at it. Everybody on their feet in the arena. Except for us. We might block somebody's view and then we'd be in big trouble.
Working to the body just like he has during the first 11 rounds is Marco Antonio Barrera. He's pressuring Eric, not allowing him to get those arms outstretched where he's so dangerous, where he's proven that he can hurt him thus far. He can't go that wild though.
These two fighters have now been in the ring with each other 36 rounds. And oh so even all the way. There are no losers. But somebody's got to get the decision.
Dare we say a fourth?
I don't know.
I don't see it happening, but I don't see why not.
We'll talk about that in a minute. 1 minute to go. Barrera. Now Morales on the ropes.
Here we go.
And holding it with his arm.
What a fight. Round of the year, no contest.
11th and 12th. Good terrific rounds. Morales trying to hold on to his championship. Marco Antonio Barrera came up. Barrera now trying to get a breather.
Marco's got nothing left in the tank.
Barrera's tired. So's Morales. Morales attacks. Barrera comes back. Barrera almost winded on his feet, trying to get a little respite. 10 seconds left in the fight.
He just wants to finish on his feet. What a proud display by Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric El Terrible Morales. This is a fight for the ages, just like the first two.
All the crowd on his feet. I don't know. I don't know. Morales might have won the last 2 rounds.
And that, in my card, would give him a draw. That would be justice.
A draw means we have a 4th one.
There's a dispute about the time. People are saying there was 10 seconds to go and the bell rang, but doesn't really matter at this point. That's why they fight the championship rounds.
Wasn't that fun? I don't know. Let's take a look at it. Round 1, Bernardo.
Marco Antonio Barrera working off of the body shots. Round 5, spectacular exchange of punches between these two great Mexican gladiators. Round 6, a little bit more of the same. The left hook was telling by Marco Antonio Barrera, but Eric Morales was working that right hand. All of this was all leading up to the close of the fight, the 8th round, but this is where it came true. 11th round, these two guys gave it their all. They stood toe-to-toe, and they did so in the 12th. Who will win the fight? That is one of the most spectacular things you will see in boxing.
How did he stay up?
No idea.
It was like he was on ice. If he'd have gone down there, that would have been the fight.
That would have been the fight. They should have earned each other's respect. There's no doubt about that.
Well, they would never admit it.
The crowd supporting Marco Antonio Barrera. He should get the nod, but Eric was a brave warrior tonight.
Politics.
Paul Smith scores it 114 to 114 even. Jerry Roth and Larry O'Connell both score the bout 115. Pardon me, Larry O'Connell 115 to 114. Jerry Roth 115 to 113 for the winner by majority decision. And new WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the World, de Ciudad de México,